Before we start, this story involves an in-custody death and body camera footage that's hard to watch, even when you blur and lower the audio. We're going to keep it factual, we're going to keep it respectful, and we're not sending anybody to go to harass anyone. This is about what happened, what was said, and what the official record shows.
We want to begin with never-before-seen video showing the deadly arrest that killed a man in Ashe County last fall.
I'm gonna choke you out, you hear me? Stop fighting!
That video, for the first time after WBTV's chief investigative reporter Nick Oxer went to court to have it released.
In the mountains of North Carolina, where roads fold like paper and cell signal comes and goes, a man gets stopped late at night. It starts small, a tag, a traffic stop, a few minutes of tension. And then the word that changes everything shows up in black and white. Homicide.
Get on the ground! Give me your fucking hand! Give me your hand behind your back! Give me your hand, mother.
But the public doesn't get the video right away, not for weeks, not for months. In North Carolina, body cam footage is locked behind a court process. And this footage didn't become public until a judge ordered it after a petition. Here's what was said publicly right after it happened. A statement posted the same day described deputies trying to stop a black motorcycle at about 12:49 a.m. The rider was identified as Stuart Chad Mast, 48, from Fleetwood, North Carolina. The statement says he didn't pull over at first and then stopped near the roadway between Frank Dillard Road and Sheets Bridge. According to that same statement, deputies told him to dismount and get on the ground. And then it says he didn't comply, leading to a physical confrontation. It says after a short ground struggle, Mast was handcuffed, then deputies noticed he had become unconscious.
Give us your other hand! Dude, you still not got it. You're making this harder than it needs to be. Okay. I think he's out. I think his helmet. Here. Yeah. Hey, get him on his side. He's purple in the face. Oh, shit. Johnny, get his other hand off. We'll do.
Units out of Bower Lane, 10-4.
Then it turns into a medical emergency. The statement says deputies administered Narcan twice, began CPR, used an AED, and continued until medics arrive at 1:05 a.m.
Bower Lane, 16 south before Sheets Bridge.
126, 208, start that way, on top of the mountain.
Go up.
37, okay.
Go ahead.
Hey.
37, go ahead.
Get EMS 1018.
EMS 1018.
Hey, come on. Undo his belly strap.
Then he was transported to Ashe Memorial Hospital, later pronounced dead. That's the early version of the story, clean, tight, official. But the problem with early versions is they often tell you what happened without telling you what it looked like. Months later, an autopsy gets released and it hits like a gavel in an empty room. WBTV reported the autopsy ruled the death a homicide.
This autopsy report from the Office of the State Medical Examiner says Stuart Mast was pulled over by Ashe County Sheriff's deputies while riding his motorcycle, pulled off his bike, and held on the ground. The autopsy rules his death a homicide, says the cause was asphyxia. Essentially, he suffocated.
And the cause of death was compression asphyxia of the torso and neck. And the report didn't stop there. WBTV reported the medical examiner also found methamphetamine intoxication and heart disease were contributing factors. Now listen carefully, this is where facts matter. WBTV also reported the autopsy referenced body cam video, stating that one or more officers were on or near his back briefly, and that one officer had an arm around the upper chest, neck region. And WBTV reported the autopsy said Mast was noted as unresponsive by the time he was handcuffed.
I think he's out. I think his helmet's tucked out. Here. Yeah. Hey, get him on his side. He's purple in the face. Oh, shit.
That's not internet talk. That's what was reported from the medical examiner's conclusions. And now we hit the part that always raises eyebrows, the footage. WBTV reported that North Carolina law makes these recordings secret, but entitles family members to view the video after requesting it. Then a bigger step happens. WBTV reported their chief investigative reporter, Nick Oshner, filed a petition on March 17, 2025, seeking public release of the body cam video.
Chief investigative reporter Nick Oshner is live in our newsroom breaking down what he's doing to push for the public's right to know. Nick?
Yeah, Siobhan, I filed a petition in court yesterday seeking the body camera video from the arrest last September of Stuart Mast in Ashe County. His death was ruled a homicide just last month, but his family tells me they've gotten few answers and are waiting for accountability. According to the autopsy, the medical examiner used body camera video to determine what happened during his arrest. But that video remains secret. Even Mast's own family says they haven't been able to see the video, despite, they say, their lawyer having asked, and a law requiring they be able to do so. That's why I filed this petition in court on Monday, seeking public release of the video. After I filed that petition, I learned District Attorney Tom Horner recused himself from reviewing the case. Now, Ashe County Sheriff Phil Howell acknowledged my email today requesting comment, but did not provide one. Rob, the new prosecutor reviewing this case, did not respond to my request for comment. It's worth noting that the autopsy report, like the one in this case, could soon be made secret if the bill recently introduced in the State House of Representatives becomes law. The new secrecy being pushed by prosecutors. John, back to you.
And WBTV reported the petition was opposed by Ashe County Sheriff Phil Howell. So for the public, the story sat in a holding cell made of paperwork. When the video finally became public, the details get sharp. WBTV describes the newly released footage showing deputies stopping Mast and then quickly pulling him off his motorcycle as he turned to unhook a safety cord attached to his vest. And because he's pulled off while the cord is still attached, WBTV reports the vest inflates as he falls to the ground with deputies on top of him. Then comes the line that people can't unhear. WBTV reported that the video shows a deputy telling Mast, "I'm going to choke you out, you hear me?"
Get a cuff on this hand. I'm gonna choke you out, you hear me? Stop fighting!
Then reported the body cams made public were from 3 deputies, Cody Call, Jacob Bledsoe, and Jacob Pruitt, and that it wasn't clear which deputy delivered the threat. And in the other WBTV reporting on the case, they describe a moment after cuffs are on where deputies note his face is purple and then he's unresponsive.
Hey, get him on his side, he's purple in the face.
Then they begin life-saving measures and call for medics.
We got going down the hill past Cox
That's
Road.
the pivot point. The public summary meets the raw record.
Roadblock. I kind of got in front of him and slowed down. There was never any impact.
On May
or collision.
2nd, 2025, WBTV reported Ashe County Grand Jury declined to bring charges against the deputies involved. WBTV reported that decision was announced by Watauga County District Attorney Seth Banks, assigned outside the prosecutorial district to review the case. And also reported personnel records showed none of the 3 deputies faced disciplinary action following the incident. Now here's the thing, no charges is a legal outcome. It's not the magic eraser for public concern, medical findings, or the questions that footage brings to light.
He's dead. And nobody can tell me why.
Mike Mast is Chad's brother.
Give us other hand!
The way I understand it, it was just he had a dead tag on his motorcycle, which should have been one officer writing a traffic ticket. At the most, telling him we're going to tow your vehicle, not to be killed. That's all.
He says he doesn't want to watch the video of his brother's deadly encounter with deputies, but he spent months trying to get answers.
I tell everybody that takes the time to listen to me, it's not a transparent thing. It's so frustrating
Sheriff Howell has on his website that he runs a transparent office.
Oh my Lord. They don't speak to you. They don't tell you nothing. You just carry that stress, and your mama's carrying that stress, and your sister's carrying that stress, and all the people that know him are just holding their hands up, and you don't know what to do. But it's not transparent. I just want them to be held accountable. You know, you just can't go around killing folks because you got it bad.
Ashe County Sheriff Phil Howell did not respond to multiple emails with detailed questions for the story, but did provide personnel information showing none of the deputies involved in this deadly arrest faced any discipline.
Days later, WBTV reported the Ashe County Sheriff's Office took website and social media offline after the footage became public, citing swelling feedback. And that tells you something important about modern true crime. The story doesn't just happen in the street, it happens in the gap between what institutions say and what the camera shows. Let me be crystal clear. We're not here to do a digital mob march. Don't contact anyone involved. Don't threaten. Don't investigate with rumors. But we also don't pretend that words like compression asphyxia of the torso and neck are normal footnotes in a traffic stop. This is one of those cases where the timeline is short, but the consequences are permanent. A man is stopped for an inspired tag, according to WBTV. An autopsy later calls it a homicide, names compression asphyxia. A judge orders a video released after a petition, and the public sees a deputy on camera saying, "I'm gonna choke you out." That's not internet drama, that's the record. If you want me to keep doing cases where the paperwork and the footage collide, drop more receipts in the comments. And if you're new here, subscribe to Raw Truth Investigations. We don't do perfect, we do honesty. Bye guys, till next time.
We're finding more victims.
I don't want to be crass, but I know dead when I see dead.
Shooting.